football, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff.
At their own 17-yard line. 11.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. This is Fant on the short completion. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Second down and 3. On the ground, here's the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Well, this defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward. And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
From the 24 now, here's second and 3.
Ripped.
Now a give, right side. Temple. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1. Easy. Read a 24. Read a 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 47 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal.
6-yard line. 11, Hey, Coach.
Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 70 range. Hawk 7. Dragon 60. 65, Jeff. 65.
Franks looking to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 44-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Titans at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling. Pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19, here we go, here we go. 19 Charger, 19 Charger, 79 Broncos, Buffalo 18.
Franks. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Looking middle, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Easy.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Temple. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Lisa.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Up the middle they go. Temple. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Hey, easy. Route.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Gets around him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Franks. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Big Lion. Panther 60. Panther 60.
It's
60
second and
Bobcats.
21.
Panther 11.
At the
Panther
38-yard
Mustang
line.
19.
Franks now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside to 25. That one good for 37 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Now Franks. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wiggins. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? Now the game's being played, figure it out both ways, and try and find a way to win.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, Lion.
Now Lawrence to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Okay,
2nd down and 4.
Let's go. Hurt. Panthers.
They'll try the left side. Wiggins trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
19, Chargers. 79, 70 Lions. 19 Lions. Seven Pirates.
Looking to throw. Franks. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Lawrence. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
first and goal.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
14. Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Weber first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish it.
He's got a man. Complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's another Titans.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
17.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Ready? Viking 18. Warrior 70. Riggs, go street. 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Cowboy.
They'll go with the keeper. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll try and sneak it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey. Cougar 19.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Jacksonville.
Hey, take right open. Hey, so go.
Now Lawrence. This ball down the field for Pitts. And this is caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 40 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On first down, Temple. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seeking out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
18, 5 in. 18 Cardinal, 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw. Franks. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are back within a couple of the lead. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run on 1st down. Temple. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Temple pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Titans 31. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're down here in the third quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the
19 tight, 19 tight. Check smash. Count, cut 19. Check, Bobcat. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
It's now second.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions. Go, Reed, go! Mustang 19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
Ready?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. On now is the Titans punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 45. Titans 31. Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Franks. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Franks. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football.
He's into space past the 25. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So a big two-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans.
Will line up for the
Pack to 60.
two-point
Pack to
conversion.
60. Go, Champ. Go, Champ.
They'll try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Jaguars 45. Titans 37.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll run. This is Bayshore Tootin. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll give the Jags a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on a sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a third and long.
30, hey, Let's go.
In motion left is Thomas. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jags are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
Hey, think right.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing to start the drive. Franks gets this one to Morris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
19 Lions.
At the
19
24-yard line.
Titans. 19 Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Franks. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10.
Dragon 60. Buffalo Panthers 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
They'll look to throw again. He's in the space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Okay, ready?
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison. 79 Broncos.
The Franks looking to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, I'm gun. Hey, James, touch. Hey, I'm gun. 11. Here we go.
Lawrence. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Temple. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Hold it ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Temple.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Another run on 2nd down. Trying to cover up. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Temple. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down, and this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one, that may have won them the football game.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
They'll try the left side. Temple. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and goal, Jacksonville.
Got it.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
For the extra point.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 15 now.
60. Titans 45. Camp Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Here's first and 10.
60 Vikings, 60, 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19. Check.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Jaguars, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.